Imagine this. You're standing outside on a warm afternoon. The sun is shining, the sky is a perfect blue, and life feels normal. And then, without a single warning, the impossible happens. The sun vanishes. You look up, expecting clouds or an eclipse. But this isn't an eclipse. The sky isn't dim. It's gone completely black. No glowing edge, no shimmer of light on the horizon. The birds stop singing. The warmth on your skin instantly fades. People stop in their tracks. Phones light up with frantic messages. Around the world, billions stare at the sky, waiting for the sun to return. But it doesn't. Here's the terrifying part. For the first 8 minutes after the sun disappears, you wouldn't even know it. Because light takes 8 minutes to travel from the sun to Earth, the moment it vanished, we were already living on borrowed time. Right now, if the sun had disappeared, you'd still see it shining. You'd still feel its warmth. And you wouldn't know the truth, that in just a few minutes, everything we depend on is about to collapse. What would happen next might be more shocking than you can imagine. And by the end of this video, you'll see how life on Earth might just cling to survival, and why we might not even notice at first that we're already doomed. Here's the thing most people never think about. When you look at the sun, you're looking 8 minutes into the past. That ball of fire in the sky isn't the sun as it is now. It's the sun as it was 8 minutes ago. That's how long it takes for sunlight to cross 93 million miles of space and finally reach your skin. So when the sun disappears, truly disappears, it doesn't happen for you in an instant. There's no sudden blackout. For 8 full minutes, life on Earth continues as if nothing happened. Airplanes are still climbing into the sky. Fishermen are still casting nets into the ocean. Children are still laughing in playgrounds. And no one realizes that the single thing holding our world together has already blinked out of existence. But during those 8 minutes, reality has already changed forever. The sun's gravity, the force that holds the planets in orbit, that keeps Earth tethered in its perfect life-sustaining path, it vanishes the instant the sun does. Not after 8 minutes, instantly. The very moment the sun disappears, Earth is no longer orbiting anything. It's like a car losing control on black ice. Silently, invisibly, our planet is now drifting, shooting off into the darkness at 67,000 miles an hour. But nobody notices. Not yet. For 8 minutes, we live in an illusion. The light is still warm on your skin. Shadows still stretch across the ground. Solar panels still hum with energy. The world is calm, utterly unaware that this calm is a mirage. And then, the 8th minute ends. And then, it happens. The world goes dark. Not the soft darkness of night, where you can still see the moon and stars scattered across the sky. This is different. It's sudden, absolute. The sun doesn't set. It simply ceases to exist. The stars explode into view instantly, brighter and sharper than you've ever seen them. No more blue sky to hide them. No more sunlight to wash them away. In seconds, the Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a cosmic scar. The world below changes just as suddenly. Streetlights and headlights blink on. Power grids strain as every city across the globe surges into nighttime mode. All at once. And then the panic begins. Social media floods with frantic posts. People grab their phones, turn on TVs, radios, searching for answers. But there's no explanation. Scientists, governments, broadcasters. Everyone is just as stunned as you are. Solar power? Gone. Every panel in the world instantly useless. Emergency services are thrown into chaos. Flights scramble to land. Traffic snarls as people rush to get home, or anywhere they feel safe. But there's something worse than the power outages and confusion. Something more primal. The warmth begins to fade. The sun isn't just our light, it's our heater. Without it, the earth starts cooling almost immediately. The warmth on your face disappears, replaced by a creeping chill in the air. It's not dramatic at first, just a bite, like a sudden cold wind. But it's the first sign of what's coming. And as people stare into the star-filled sky, a terrifying thought spreads like wildfire. The sun isn't coming back. Parents hold their children closer. Cities glow under an artificial light that suddenly feels very, very small. Across the world, billions of people look up, and for the first time in human history, they see what true darkness really means. The darkness is terrifying. The cold is unsettling. But what's happening right now, silently and visibly, is far worse than anyone realizes. Because when the sun vanished, it didn't just take our light and warmth, it took its gravity. The sun isn't just a giant ball of fire in the sky, it's the anchor of our entire solar system. Its immense gravity is what keeps Earth in its perfect orbit, what keeps the planets dancing in their slow, graceful paths around it. For billions of years, that pull has been the invisible hand guiding everything. But the moment the sun disappeared, that hand let go. Instantly, Earth was released, like a marble flicked off a string. And here's the terrifying truth. We didn't stop moving. We didn't freeze in place. We're still hurtling through space at nearly 67,000 miles per hour. Only now, there's nothing to keep us on track. We're flying blind into the void, and the rest of the solar system is collapsing too. Mercury, Venus, Mars, all of them are suddenly set adrift, each planet spinning off into its own lonely trajectory. Even the distant gas giants, so far away it takes sunlight hours to reach them, are feeling it. The invisible tether to the sun is gone. The moon? It stays with us, for now. It still orbits Earth because our gravity hasn't changed. But even that familiar sight begins to feel eerie. The moon's pale glow is the only constant in the sky, the only reminder of how things used to be. Tides begin to shift too. The sun's gravity plays a role in the rise and fall of our oceans, and now that influence is gone. The moon still tugs on the water, but the balance has changed. Shorelines around the world start behaving strangely. Higher tides in some places, lower in others. The familiar rhythm disrupted. And somewhere deep in the minds of scientists and leaders, the realization begins to sink in. The Earth isn't just cold and dark now, it's homeless. We are no longer a planet in orbit. We are a rock, drifting further and further from where the sun once held us, slipping into the endless night of deep space with no way to turn back. Within days of the sun's disappearance, the chill begins to bite harder. Temperatures around the world plummet below freezing, even in the warmest places on Earth. The air turns sharp and thin. Frost spreads across fields and cities alike. After a week, oceans begin to crust over with ice. Rivers freeze solid. Crops die almost immediately, leaving shelves empty and farmland useless. Within a year, Earth's surface becomes an alien world. The average temperature drops to nearly minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 73 degrees Celsius. Oceans aren't just frozen on the surface. They're solid blocks of ice hundreds of feet deep. Life retreats underground. The only places even remotely livable are deep bunkers, geothermal outposts, or maybe submarines beneath the thick ice, drawing on heat from Earth's core. Nuclear power plants, geothermal vents, and hydroelectric dams become the last flickers of civilization's survival. But the world we knew, the one with blue skies, green forests, and sunlit oceans, is gone. And every hour the freeze digs deeper. The Earth is now a frozen world. The oceans are sealed under miles of ice. Forests have become graveyards of brittle, frozen trunks. Entire cities are buried beneath snow and silence. But deep beneath this frozen crust, life clings on, for now. The first to die are the plants. Without sunlight, photosynthesis stops almost instantly. Trees, crops, even the smallest blades of grass wither in the first weeks. Green turns to gray, and when the plants go, the oxygen production they provide starts to falter. Humans don't notice at first. There's still plenty of oxygen in the atmosphere, but we are breathing through a countdown. With the plants gone, the animals that depend on them soon follow. Grazing herds vanish. Birds fall silent. Entire ecosystems collapse like dominoes. Within months, the Earth's surface is a barren wasteland. But not everything dies. In the deepest corners of the ocean, far below the ice, something extraordinary happens. Around hydrothermal vents, cracks in the seafloor where the Earth's inner heat leaks out, tiny ecosystems survive. untouched by the cold, untouched by the sun. Blind shrimp, bacteria, and strange alien-looking creatures go on living, unaware that the sun above is gone. These deep-sea vents become the last sanctuaries of life on Earth. Humans cling to life too, but our struggle is brutal. We turn to geothermal energy and nuclear power to stay alive. Massive underground greenhouses are built, powered by artificial lights that mimic the sun. But these sunless farms can only feed so many, and the energy to run them is scarce. Governments crumble. Resources run out. Only the most organized and the most ruthless underground societies stand a chance. Humanity fractures into scattered pockets, each one clinging to survival like a candle burning in a cave. And even those few survivors know the truth. They are living on borrowed time. But what does this mean for us? For the survivors clinging to life underground, it means this. We are now wanderers. Earth is officially a rogue planet, an unbound traveler in the cold void between the stars. And rogue planets aren't rare. Astronomers think there could be billions of them in our galaxy. Worlds with no sun, no orbit, just endless night. We've just joined their ranks. Where are we going? The truth is chilling. We're heading nowhere. Space is so vast that the odds of Earth ever passing near another star are almost zero. For millions, maybe billions of years, we'll drift through a cosmic desert, surrounded by stars that are forever too far away to warm us. But there's a strange irony here. Even as we drift, Earth's core still burns. The molten iron deep inside our planet will stay hot for billions of years, slowly leaking warmth like a dying ember. That heat might keep tiny pockets of life alive, deep below the surface, even as the rest of the world freezes solid. From space, Earth would be a haunting sight. A pale, ice-covered sphere, glowing faintly in the infrared. No sign of oceans or forests, just a frozen relic carrying whispers of the life it once held. And somewhere deep under that ice, a handful of humans might still exist, staring up at a sky filled with unfamiliar stars, knowing their world is a ship without a captain, drifting forever through the void. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you want curious questions answered, have a look at some of our other videos.